Hello, Lisa Hart, Lisa Barnett. I call you both. Are you well today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. It's a glorious day, isn't it?
Oh, I know, it's so sunny. Not that I've been out very much today, but it is very sunny looking out the window.
I know. I do like this. I'm convinced it's going to last till October, but it's not. But hey ho, hey ho. Anyway, we thought we would do a bit of a podcast today talking about branding and why a brand message and a strong brand message is really important. And I wanted to ask you a few questions. I'll just set the scene and then I'll ask you some questions, if that's all right.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. A strong brand message, we know, is a must for any business. It's how you show what you're all about. It's how you connect emotionally with your audience. And your message should stick in people's minds, stir up feelings, and sum up what your company does, stand for in just a few words or sentences. And it's not easy to achieve. But, why does it matter? So why do you think it matters? Why does a strong brand matter?
Well, first of all, it grabs people's attention. If you have a strong brand message, people are going to notice you. Then second of all, if you have a clear brand message and a clear brand story, it sets you apart from your competition. It tells people why you're different. They invest in you as a company, not just because of the services you offer, but because your personality, the way you deliver, everything all comes into one. It helps people understand what you're about, who you are, what your values are, and how you like to do business. So, and then that naturally just builds loyalty and trust, which in the end will hopefully mean more sales.
Spot on, thank you. And crafting your brand message, what do we do to try and craft a brand message, which isn't that easy, but what do we try and do?
I guess at the studio, what we would do is we would go through a company's background, their history, and we'd nail down their values, what they stand for, what they want to achieve, how they see them in 10, 20 years' time. Once we know that core feeling, then you can kind of sort of create and tone a message. We'd create loads and loads of different messaging, and then we would completely and utterly strip it back to try and keep it short and punchy, because although we're really interested in it and you're really interested in it, your audience won't be. They won't care about that fact. They want that message delivered quickly, so it needs to be short and concise. It will stick in people's mind more, and then it's just about delivering that message consistently, like through all your different deliverables. Even if it's about a different marketing campaign, you still have that silver thread running through the whole entire core of all your campaigns and all your literature, all your brochures. Even if you're doing a podcast like this, you would have the same, you would emanate that throughout as you're going through.
Yeah, totally agree. And tailoring your messages. When we tailor the message, what do we have to make sure the message is when we're tailoring it?
Tailoring. Oh, well, first of all, your audience. You have to know who your audience is, and not just who they are, but where they're reading it from, because your audience, say on LinkedIn, is going to be very different from your Instagram audience, or the way that you even email clients, that would be different too. So you have to know your target audience in and out and tailor it towards them. You may have lots of different personas, and you'd say, oh, this persona we talk to in this way, this persona we talk to in this way. And that's also, you've got to think about stakeholders, customers, employees as well. And we have to target messaging to them in different ways than what we would do for the other one.
Yeah, you're so right. We mentioned consistency earlier. Why does consistency matter?
Because it creates a sense of familiarity, which then hands itself to loyalty. So if someone's coming and interacting with your brand, they know what to expect of your brand personality. They know, they come there for that reassurance of who you are and what you offer. And that's so key. And they don't want to be going around on your website, you seem like one brand persona, on your social media another, in all your literature something else. And then the way you even talk to people is different as well. So it's good to keep it consistent and build that trust.
Yeah, thank you. So agree. We know social media is key and we do a lot of it, but making the most of making the most of social media. How do we do that?
Oh, social media. There's so much to cover on social media. It's about getting the right message throughout. You want to be able to sell your product, sell your service, but you also want to share who you are as a company. So you have to get the right sort of mix between personable stuff, between salesy message. You never want to come off too salesy, but you want to bring sales in. So it's getting a good idea of what to share and when, and on what platforms as well. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be on all platforms. We're not, and we try some out sometimes, and then this doesn't really work for us, and we get rid of it, and that's absolutely fine to do. You will know your key audience and what platforms that they're on, I think.
Yeah, and of course, more shares, more visibility equals better search engine rankings.
Yeah, exactly. And also just brand awareness as well. Even if no one is interacting with your posts, they may be seeing them. They'll be scrolling past. You'll be forever in their forefront of their mind because they keep seeing you. They keep talking about you.
Yeah, totally right. And, clarity and personality in your message is something we touch on a lot. So clear, powerful messaging. And we know it helps people understand what you're offering, but what do we need to focus on?
Well, if we break it down into like a campaign or something, it needs to be one clear message. What do you want the end user to do? What do you want the result to be? So you need to curate that message so it's nice and concise and clear. You need to use language that your audience would use to bring it down to their level. You don't want to use too much jargon and confuse people. And you don't want to use mixed messaging. You want to deliver that message clearly, and this is what you want to say.
Yeah, we bring the brand to life even. We bring the brand to life by adding personality to your content. But what other things do we do?
We chat to our clients' customers, find out what they think, try and get feedback, different testimonials. All these kind of things can help you develop your brand personality and your brand messaging. And it's about creating a brand story and a customer journey. That helps create a really, really strong brand.
No, you're right. And of course, purchasing, especially in B2B, you purchase things infrequently. You're not buying into B2B every week. You're buying maybe every 6 months, every year, every 2 years, every 3 years. And the reason for the strong brand messaging and personality running constantly is that when you then make that decision that you've got to purchase something, you're going to know that company because of its branding throughout the whole journey, and you're going to trust it and you're going to go engage with it straight away, above companies that haven't been doing that for the consistent long run. Wrapping up, how would you wrap up brand messaging and a strong brand message?
Know who you are, keep it concise, and keep it consistent, and with great design, obviously.